Bharatamrita sarvasvam Vishnorvakradvinistita Gito gangodatam vitva Punarjanma na vidyate Ekam shastram devaki putra gitam Eko devo devaki putra eva Ekam mantrastasya namanyani Karmapi ekam tasya devasya seva Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnana-anjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Vasyatya-dishatharine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vashali Gaur Bhakta-vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 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 Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So text 32, second chapter. Yadrichaya chopapannam Yadrichaya chopapannam Svargadvaram apavritam Svargadvaram apavritam Sukhina kshatriya partha Sukhina kshatriya partha Bhavante yuddham idrisham Bhavante yuddham idrisham Yadrichaya chopapannam Svargadvaram apavritam Sukhina kshatriya partha Labhante yuddham idrisham Yadrichaya chopapannam Svargadvaram apavritam Sukhina kshatriya partha Labhante yuddham idrisham
Yadrichaya chopapannam Svargadvaram apavritam Sukhina kshatriya partha Labhante yuddham idrisham
Yadrichaya chopapannam Svargadvaram apavritam Sukhina kshatriya partha Labhante yuddham idrisham
Yadrichaya chopapannam Svargadvaram apavritam Sukhina kshatriya partha Labhante yuddham idrisham Yadrichaya chopapannam idrisham.
Labhante yuddham idrisham.
Yadrichaya chupapanam.
Yadrichaya chopapanam.
Svargadvaram apavritam.
Svargadvaram apavritam.
Sukhina kshatriya partham.
Sukhina kshatriya partham.
Labhante yuddham idrisham.
Labhante yuddham idrisham.
Yadrichaya chupapanam.
Yadrichaya chopapanam.
Svargadvaram apavritam.
Svargadvaram apavritam.
Sukhina kshatriya partham.
Sukhina kshatriya partham.
Labhante yuddham idrisham.
Labhante yuddham idrisham.
Yadrichaya chopapannam.
Yadrichaya chopapanam.
Svargadvaram apavritam.
Svargadvaram apavritam.
Sukhinah kshatriyah partha.
Sukhina kshatriya partha.
Labhante yuddham idrisham.
Labhante yuddham idrisham.
Let's, this morning, Janananda Maharaj was singing shloka, and he explained to us that Srila Prabhupada liked a lot the devotees sing shlokas, and actually I have one seminar on learning shlokas, and I was going through Veda-based searching, and I found once, it was I think in Tokyo or somewhere, maybe Prabhupada disciples would know better, and Srila Prabhupada chanting was exceptional, of course, but it was going for a long time. Second canto was in question, and the devotees were singing like, I don't know for how long, maybe 1 hour or something, because they were not at the time singing the shloka, and Prabhupada was not happy with that. So he said, no, you must sing this shloka, it purifies. And he said, you can learn one shloka a day in this way. And you will know maybe in the morning if you hear. If you repeat in the morning, it's easier to learn, no? Because mind is fresh. If you repeat like this in the afternoon or evening, it's a little bit more difficult to learn shloka. So, although it's very short, if you try now to speak it up without looking in the book, it will not maybe be easy, isn't it? We can try maybe, but don't look at the book, please. Let's see. Anybody remembers first line? Let's try, somebody.
Yadrichaya chopapannam.
Yadrichaya chopapannam. Svargadvaram apavritam. Okay, I got the third one. Sukhina kshatriya partha.
Yuddham idrisham. Labhante yuddham idrisham.
This is powerful. It enters into mind. Sometimes you can remember one verse from the class for years. It enters. It's nice. Okay, so let's see. Yadrichaya. By its own accord. Cha. Also. Upapannam. Arrived at. Svarga. Of the heavenly planets. Dvaram. Door. Apavritam. Wide open. Sukhina. Very happy. Kshatriya. The members of the royal order. Partha. O son of Pritha. Labhante. Do achieve. Yuddham. War. Idrisham. Like this. So there is also radio. Yeah. This is also.
Yeah.
So I want to apologize for all the listeners on the radio if my English is not my native language. If you will find some mistakes, I hope you will omit. O Partha, happy are the Kshatriyas to whom such fighting opportunities come unsought, opening for them the doors of the heavenly planets. We can repeat, please. O Partha, happy are the Kshatriyas to whom such fighting opportunities come unsought, opening for them the doors of the heavenly planet. Purport. As Supreme Teacher of the world, Lord Krishna condemns the attitude of Arjuna, who said, I do not find any good in this fighting. It will cause perpetual habitation in hell. Such statements by Arjuna were due to ignorance only. He wanted to become non-violent in the discharge of his specific duty. For a Kshatriya to be on the battlefield and to become non-violent is the philosophy of fools. In the Parashara Smriti, or religious codes made by Parashara, the great sage and father of Vyasadeva, it is stated, Kshatriyo hi praja rakshan shastra pani pratandayam nirjitya parasanyadi kshitim dharmena palayet. Means, the Kshatriya's duty is to protect the citizens from all kinds of difficulties, and for that reason he has to apply violence in suitable cases for law and order. Therefore he has to conquer the soldiers of inimical kings, and thus, with religious principles, he should rule over the world. Considering all aspects, Arjuna had no reason to refrain from fighting. If he should conquer his enemies, he would enjoy the kingdom, and if he should die in the battle, he would be elevated to the heavenly planets, whose doors were wide open to him. Fighting will be for his benefit in either case.
You can just read the next verse.
Next verse also.
We don't have to chant.
Yeah, no, we can, okay. So I'll just give short overview what's going on. So this section you can see it is different from the section of the soul. No? It was Lord Krishna was speaking about knowledge about the soul, and now he's speaking something else, isn't it? He's not speaking about Atma anymore. He's speaking about heavenly planets, Kshatriyas. And in this text, he was speaking about the benefits, and the last one, he was speaking, 31, he was speaking about the benefits of fighting for Arjuna. And now in this 33, he will speak about, how you say opposite of benefits? What is opposite of benefits in English?
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Benefit, we don't have like benefit, there's no such word. No. Okay.
Issues.
Misuse, or bad things, no. Good and bad. Now, what the bad thing is, Adhachet, text 33, Adhachet tvam imam dharmyam sangramam na karishyasi. We have na, now if you don't do, na karishyasi. Tata swadharmam kirtim cha hitva papam avapsyasi. So if, however, you do not perform your religious duty of fighting, then you will certainly incur sins for neglecting your duties and thus lose your reputation as a fighter. Purport. Srila Prabhupada will speak about Arjuna's reputation. Arjuna was a famous fighter, and he attained fame by fighting many great demigods, including even Lord Shiva. After fighting and defeating Lord Shiva in the dress of a hunter, Arjuna pleased the Lord and received as a reward a weapon called Pashupata Astra. Everyone knew that he was a great warrior. Even Dronacharya gave him benedictions and awarded him the special weapon by which he could kill even his teacher. So he was credited with so many military certificates from many authorities, including his adoptive father, Indra, the heavenly king. But if he abandoned the battle, not only would he neglect his specific duty as a Kshatriya, but he would lose all his fame and good name, and thus prepare his royal road to hell. In other words, this is very, very now interesting. In other words, he would go to hell not by fighting, but by withdrawing from battle. Hare Krishna. So, in the previous verses, beginning, maybe we can a little bit remember what was going on. You know, Arjuna was putting arguments for not fighting. And his arguments, if you read them, they are quite reasonable. It's not untrue what he says there. The war, everybody knows what is war, especially those who have been in war. It's a catastrophe. War. Many people die. Many houses are destroyed, of course. In the Vedic time, they would fight on the battlefield, but still many wives would remain widows after. Many men, because many warriors would die. Imagine you lose your husband. No. It's not an easy thing, and this will happen on the battlefield. This is what will happen. Warriors, Kshatriyas, they will die in the battlefield. Sometimes win, sometimes die. It's never an easy thing. War, especially in Arjuna's case, Lord Krishna put him just in front of Bhishma and Drona. And he said, behold all those warriors. Bhishma, Drona, Pramukhataha, Mukha is face, Pramukhataha, just in front of Bhishma and Drona. So he could see his loving grandfather and teacher and all those who he loved. And now he has to fight against them in the battle of life and death. Doesn't seem definitely very intelligent thing to do. What's going on? Everybody will be killed here. What will happen after that? So this was his reasoning. It was very moral. It was intelligent, and it was according to the authorities. Arjuna would say, it is said in the disciple succession that those who destroy the family traditions, they always reside in hell. But here, Srila Prabhupada explains that here in this text, Krishna is completely opposing or destroying Arjuna's arguments. So Arjuna is thinking that we will incur sin by fighting. Great sin, but Krishna is telling him after all, no, you will incur sin by not fighting. God. So he actually, we will come on our own case also, don't worry. Now we are on Arjuna, but soon we will come in our own life. It's very connected. It's not only some battlefield there. It's something which is going on in our own life very, very prominently. We will come to that soon. So, it's clean. So just. So, Arjuna, of course, put all these arguments, and Lord Krishna then in the beginning, then Arjuna decided, no, I will not fight. This is crazy. Krishna, this doesn't make any sense. I will not fight. And then Krishna tells him, Svargam, this actually will not lead you to success, and this is not, this anaryam, this what you are saying is not befitting to Arya. And then, but that's, Krishna said only that, but then Arjuna continued. He could not accept this from Krishna. He continued his own thing, you will see. You saw already in the beginning of second chapter. Then Arjuna continued more with his doubts, more and more, and then in the end he became completely bewildered. And he said, Dharma samudha cheta. My cheta, my consciousness is samudha, completely bewildered regarding my dharma. I don't know anymore. What should I do? And then, Shadimam Tvam Prabannam. I surrender unto you. I accept you as my teacher. Please instruct me. So then Krishna started with very, very exalted knowledge from the Upanishads, Upanishadic knowledge about difference between matter and spirit. And this was going on as he established the eternity of the soul and the temporary nature of the body. He was very, very strongly emphasizing these points in verses all up to 30. And then, this was of course, these Arjuna's doubts were defeated by this, because a soul cannot be killed. The soul cannot be killed. So, what? But then he says, even if you don't have knowledge of the soul, even if you put this knowledge aside, just by your kshatriya duty, if you fight according to the scriptures, you will attain heaven. So in this way, even on this field, material field, Arjuna's arguments were defeated. So this section of verses is until 39. When Krishna explains a little bit this Artha Shastra, or a little bit Karma Kanda, it's connected to material body, fame, your fame, your glory, you will go to heaven or such a thing by fighting. So it's material benefits. Because Arjuna was considered also about this. He was thinking, how will I enjoy this kingdom if I kill all those with whom I would like to enjoy it? If you buy a house and you kill all your family, what should be, will you stay in this house? And so he was thinking like this. Because he was thinking about his own enjoyment, definitely. And then he was thinking also about his own sufferance. He was thinking, if we win, if we lose, it's also bad. Whatever happens, it's bad. And then here in this verse, 32 and 33, Lord Krishna explaining to Arjuna a completely opposite thing. He says, no, everything is good if you fight. In either case. But this is a vivid example of something which is going on in our own lives. Have you sometimes had this experience? That you think something, and you have arguments even from Shastra, that something is completely correct way to go. But it comes out to be opposite. Have you had this experience in your own life? Somebody? Can think a little bit about it. You see, you can think a little bit about it. Maybe somebody comes up with something, maybe somebody just waiting for me to continue. But in any case,
Before we met Hare Krishna movement, we had already so many.
You want to pass the microphone up there?
microphone. We have one here, one observation.
We had so many wrong ideas how to conduct our life, what is how to organize our life. It was totally wrong. And we met this Hare Krishna movement, the philosophy Prabhupada, teaching us everything that this modern lifestyle, modern education is totally wrong. You have to reconsider everything from the beginning, like that. So actually, all of us, by joining this Hare Krishna movement, we come to see I was totally wrong.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, this is so we see that very clearly. Thank you, probably. We saw that very clearly. You have more. That's up to point, no? Because it happened to each one of us, and maybe to our parents, if we join, and or our children, depends, Sometimes child, a boy or girl, they join the movement, and the parents, they think this is the worst thing you can do in your life. They are convinced. They have arguments. It's not just like that. They have arguments. It's not Shastra arguments, but they have. Everyone has some argument for something, back up. It's not just whimsical. They have how you will live. You go to temple, you leave your education. What will be after you will, and they are usually right after some time. The devotees come in this situation, come out of the temple, and no certificates for job and this, and some will become disturbed. Some have more faith in Krishna, they know, okay, Krishna will take care, but some devotees, I know, they after some time, they want to finish education. But still, what's lost? It's only gain. That's what Krishna says. If you lose, if you win, it's always gain. What time we spend in ashram is always win. That's my own feeling, at least. It's always win. Wow, it's a great thing that can happen to anyone. And that is the teaching of Narada Muni. He says, if one leaves everything and surrenders unto Krishna, what will he lose? Because in the end, he will anyway lose everything. And you surrender to Krishna for eternal benefit. This happens. This is the most rare thing in the heart, in the eyes of God. Krishna appreciates something which is done with pure heart, and surrender to Him. Yeah, so this thing happened to all of us. And do you know intelligence in the three modes of nature from the Gita? Maybe you can remember. Buddhi in the three modes of nature. So Buddhi in the mode of tamas, ignorance, is what Krishna explains. You think that the right thing is wrong and the wrong thing is right. You think that religion is irreligion, and you consider irreligion to be religion. It's completely opposite. In the mood of passion is, you don't know. You mix. You don't know what is dharma, what is adharma. So we see Arjuna was confused about his duty. He didn't know what would be good to do. In the beginning he was putting counter-arguments. So he was considering this what is inappropriate to be appropriate. And it seemed so real. So, and the mood of goodness is we know what is to be done, what is not to be done. And what is to be done and not to be done is also depending a lot of our circumstances, isn't it? For example, what do you think that after Arjuna heard Bhagavad Gita, he said, okay, I will fight Krishna, and he fought. But what happened in that war? Arjuna lost his son, Abhimanyu. the opposite party, they managed to kill Abhimanyu by, because they were many great warriors, they put him into the trap. Pandavas could not save him because of certain blessing that Jayadratha got. Jayadratha, he got, is it Jayadratha? Yes, he got the blessing that he will be able to repulse the attack of Pandavas once. So they sent Abhimanyu, Parikshit, no Parikshit, should be Yudhishthir and Bhima. They sent Abhimanyu to break the lines of the Kauravas, penetrate. They had a chakra formation and he knew how to enter, but he didn't know how to come out. So they told him, no, don't worry, we will support you with streams of our arrows, and everything will be fine. But Jayadratha used this opportunity to use his blessing, and he could repulse the attack of Pandavas. So they could not help Abhimanyu, and he was close in this chakra formation. And there he killed also a lot of warriors. But after some time, all those great Maharathas, they united and killed him. He died heroically. Heroically, he died. But Arjuna was not present there. He was fighting on another side. So when Arjuna came back to the camp in the evening, everyone was sitting down. There was no music, looking in the floor. And they were thinking, my God, what will Arjuna now say? He's entering inside and he's seeing something is strange there. He asked, what's going on? Why are you all so morose? He came very much inspired after fighting. He said, what's going on with you? Is anything wrong here? And then he started a little bit guessing, where is Abhimanyu? Everybody is keeping quiet. So he became so enraged. He became so mad, he started to, shouting, offending Yudhishthir, like anything, What are you, eunuchs? Are you just old ladies? You cannot, instead of warriors? He was like, mad. They were all keeping quiet. What could they do? Imagine then Yudhishthira starts preaching to Arjuna. No, spirit soul is eternal. Arjuna, we are not this body, come on. Oh my goodness. This sometimes happens, when we are gringo. We are green, and then we misapply the knowledge. That is it. Its point is, it's okay, we are not this body, it's not untrue. But we don't take in consideration a circumstance. This is temporary circumstance, you have to let it go. This must, become manifest and let go. He will come to his senses, definitely. But if you start immediately preaching to him, I think he would kill them all. I hope you are getting my point. Is it too strange what I am speaking? This happens. So even spiritual knowledge. So Srila Prabhupada, you could see in the text 30. Even if the soul is eternal, one should not kill. Why? If the soul cannot die anyway, soul is always eternal, body will anyway die. Why then one should not kill? Why ahimsa is there? What's the difference? Okay, I kill somebody, his soul is eternal. Yes, mothers?
And so everyone has their opportunity to make progress towards spiritual life, and therefore we shouldn't check it by violence. unless it's the desire of Krishna.
So this answer was, I will repeat because the mic was not there for the radio. He says, everyone is on his path of spiritual advancement. If he kills somebody, we may check him out of his spiritual advancement. And we check what else? We check ourselves also, isn't it? Because if you kill, it means your heart becoming hard. These things seems very rational, but it's good to say something, speak. Then our mind, intelligence gets to work more about it, because it is interesting. I can wonder sometimes, if you are eternal, why not? What's the problem? The problem is that we are into the gunas. You have rajas, and tamas. And while we are in gunas, in lower gunas, we will degrade. We'll degrade ourselves. And this, if we kill, that means actually, you allow mostly what happens is anger. Killing means actually usually anger. Killing somebody means anger, krodha. And anger can destroy in 1 second what you built for years and years, in a few seconds. This is the power of krodha. And it is, one would say, it is natural. Why would anybody would like to kill anyone? But if one has spiritual understanding of their souls, this body, he has a bad body, why should kill him? It's crazy. I was thinking, but just for the sake of argument. But Lord Srila Prabhupada explains that even killing should be going on according to scriptures, according to dharma. So this killing, when it's done according to dharma, what happens? The same killing, which would be very, very degrading thing and unauspicious, becomes auspicious. Wow. Strange, It may look strange, especially for a Christian. Non-violence. Thou shalt not kill. But this is actually according to the rule, thou shalt not kill. Because if you kill a killer, then you are doing ahimsa. You're applying ahimsa. If you kill a killer, many people cannot understand this. They cannot understand. If you murder a murderer, you have done a great thing. Today, murderers will be put in the prisons for some time, and then because if they murder, they are mentally not, they are disarranged mentally, and it cannot be judged, very severely because it is a crazy guy. So they put him in the jail for some time, and then he gets relieved after some time. And his karma is going on with him. He will anyway have to be killed. But in the Vedic time, this was solved immediately. If one kills, he's getting killed as a punishment. And this, we say punishment, but it's actually not punishment. It's a reward, isn't it? It helps. So Prabhupada explains, it helps to a person because why? First of all, he will not commit more sins because he would continue killing. So he would incur more sins on himself. That's first thing. And second thing, he will be excused, how to say, repentant in English, for this by being killed. So he will be purified. It's for his benefit. But people cannot understand this today. They cannot understand. They think, no. And this sentimentalism brought it to this that you can never be sure what will be. Many ill people are around doing crazy things and not being punished by that. And then this Kali Yuga, and then innocent people they are getting into trouble always. Like this calendar you're selling, Banksy. There is one artist. There is a policeman. And he's writing, this one artist, he's making paintings, There's policeman and he's writing the penalty to a small girl on the bicycle, and there is nice balloon going out of the bicycle with a heart, and he's writing a penalty. This is actually, in a funny way, humorous way, the truth that is happening. Truth that is happening. People who are innocent, they get in trouble because they make some small crime, and when there is some big crimes, I'm not going there. They will come late. Hero will do, local hero will do something, but police will then comes late. It happens. Maybe some of you is policemen, but it is happening. Today is like this. So we see that actually I'm coming back to this point of our thinking that something is completely correct and it may become opposite. It is especially for a devotee or a spiritual person who wants to. Devotee is always analyzing himself, isn't it? People who came to spiritual path, we tend to analyze ourselves. We think, oh, am I in this now, or was this lust, or was this just, jealousy, or it was a good intention? We will ask ourselves. Maybe we will not admit what, but we will always ask ourselves sincerely, if we offend somebody or not. And we think we did it right, and all fighting and all quarrels are just about this point here of Arjuna and Krishna. I think I'm right and I have arguments, and I also think I'm right. Another person also thinks, and he has arguments. So saying, when Arjuna came back, and he was so overwhelmed by anger and grief, although he received the knowledge of the soul. But this, you must understand what's life, and when certain things is going on. That's why knowledge of the soul will beat in our heart when we are in the situation of Arjuna. When we are thinking, what's the point of life and existence? Who am I? When we become very, very involved in these questions, then it becomes real, isn't it? So we also had this, all of us had this happened to us. But there are situations in life when you don't think about it. For example, let's see Arjuna's life. When Krishna wanted Arjuna to marry Subhadra, did he preach to Arjuna? Arjuna, you are not anybody's body. What? No, he did arrangements for Arjuna to marry Subhadra, to kidnap her. So this is life. It has its dynamics. Or let's take the example of Chitraketu Maharaj, famous example from 6th canto. He wanted a son, and a holy person came, saintly person came, Angira, and he didn't preach to him. King, please understand, you are not destined to have a son. You must understand this. No, because king was so much desirous. He was so much desirous of having son. So Angira Rishi said, yes, you will get a son. But that son, he died very quickly.
Because of great joy.
Yeah, his name was Harsha Shoka. Harsha means joy, and Shoka means lamentation. But king was happy. I got a son. When you read, you started doubting. Why he didn't question? What is this Shoka? Why Shoka? No, I got a son. Finally, I got a son. He didn't think about Shoka. Okay. And this is what happens to us. We don't see it, but this happens to us. We tend to omit the reality which then we have some dreams, but it comes and it hits us. And we go, how this, But it was there from the beginning. We just didn't see it because we were blinded by our childish dreams, whatever it may be. Definitely. So, and then what happened when he was frustrated? Then Angira came again with Narada Muni. Two of them came. And there was a strong preaching going on because his heart was a plodnopoli.
Fruitful field.
Fruitful field. Field, fertile. Fertile field. I have some Croatians here from my country, so they can help. Plodnopoli. Polje is like field. So it was fertile field, his heart, his condition, and he could receive, and he reached perfection very quickly. So this is the circumstance. So when this circumstance comes, it doesn't come all the time in our life. It will not come every day. This circumstance is not coming every day for most of us. For Janaka Maharaj, it was every day. Usually sannyasi means every day. I know, I was looking at this story when Srila Prabhupada was criticized why he was giving sannyasa to young people, young boys. And Srila Prabhupada's answer was, what is young? Who is young and who is old? I may be young, but if I die tomorrow, then what? What's the use of my youth? I was amazed by this answer. He said actually, he put this argument on. He answered also different things in different times, but this one was really interesting. That means realization. Janaka Maharaj, he was a king. He was not a sannyasi. And then he was asked, how you not enjoying your kingdom? You don't look so much as you are enjoying your kingdom. He said, I think it was his minister, I'm not sure. I don't want to make statement, but definite statement, but I think it was his minister. And he said, okay, I'll show you. And the next morning he put on his head a jar full of water. He said, if you must cross all the kingdom, and all the town, and if you spit only one drop, I will kill you. I will knock out your head. Oh. So this minister or servant or whoever he was just walking so carefully. But the town was decorated. Janaka Maharaj arranged the town to be decorated like anything. If you would see this, you would just see, oh, such a nice smell, such a nice scene, such a nice flowers, such a nice animals here. We should see this. But he was just. Then somehow he managed to come up alive. I heard a story from my Guru Maharaj. He said that a few times the water came out of the jar, but these servants, they pretend to not see this who they pretend to be absent-minded in that moment. So it's then afterwards he came back, and Janaka Maharaj said, so you made it. Yes, I made it. How did you like the kingdom, the town? How did you like the decorations, the beautiful ladies going around, the dancers, the festivities? He said, what are you talking about? How can you ask such a question? I could lose my life. Why are you doing this to me? I cannot understand. You see, I'm very sorry. I just wanted to take a good care to answer your question. Why I'm not enjoying kingdom so much. So Janak Maharaj, he had this realization, I can die any moment. You know. So this is sannyas. It is this is sannyas. It is a state of consciousness. I may die any moment. And then we take shelter of our spiritual nature, of Krishna. Then hearing about Krishna becomes so tasty. Yeah? Prabhupada says, no, easy, nice material life and Krishna consciousness, sense enjoying material life, easy, and Krishna consciousness go ill together. It's natural. Even devotees, you know, when they are in good situation economically and everything, you know, devotees who once had this surrender in their lives, you know, in difficult, they hunger for this. And they're not happy in this situation. Only now everything is nice, fine, you know, but my heart is missing this, you know, this dependence on Krishna, you know. Because we tasted this. So, actually then we cannot relish the beauty of Krishna. It's not interesting every time. Because that means we are materialistic. So, I test myself always. If I don't have a taste for Krishna, then I don't have a taste really. Then you can immediately know. You don't need to inquire more. You immediately know, I'm materially sick. I have a materialism disease. What to do? I have to cure it. We should not remain doing nothing about it. Then first thing is we can pray. Next thing, even if you feel completely, you cannot, you know, you are just tasteless about spiritual life, you know, and you know, theoretically you know, this material life doesn't make any sense. Then what should we do? We should somehow find some good association of serious devotees, not only serious, but who are also nice, you know, who will, with whom you will have some rust. Otherwise you will run away. You know, some devotees who will fit to your consciousness. Swajatiya, you know? Swajatiya, someone who will, you will feel feed. You will get food, spiritual food. You can receive some affection from, you know, something going on between you. And then, in this way, the spiritual life again started doing, you know, like we were engaged in Ireland a few months before coming here, collecting with some calendars, and you know, okay, you do your sadhana somehow, you know, but you know, I would find myself, you know, sometimes to finish my rounds you have to put on, you know, a computer.
Yeah.
And you'll have this experience sometimes, some of you. Some of you who are not living in Vrindavan. you know, because it's like that. You cannot do differently. And then I was thinking, oh my God.
Computer for what?
You have to put something or read something, you know, because your mind is too crazy, you know. You just read Hare Krishna. It's gunas taking, passion is too. Now it seems crazy. You cannot imagine that it was going on. Now it seems like some crazy dream, you know. But at that time you are in this situation, you know. Come on. Am I the only one? You know. When you're in a holy place, you know, everything starts increasing, you know. You have so much taste, you just want to sit and chant, you don't care about it, you don't come to prasadam, you know. You just chant, read, you know. No. But when you are in material circumstances which make you enough dull, you know, it influences you. It influences you. Okay, you have still, like, you're doing your sadhana, but there is no taste there. My mind is not there, you know. And I wonder what who is young, he will oh, poor guy, you know. The poor guy, oh, he's definitely so poor. Yeah, it happens. I know when I was in the temple, when I joined, I was 15, when I joined the temple, and they would speak about 4 principles and 16 rounds, you know, and I was thinking, what they are speaking about? 16 rounds, it's a joke. 4 principles. They are speaking about. We do this in the temple. It is like you should wash your teeth. You know, nobody speaks of washing your teeth. You know? So what's the use of? Let's go give us something more. Why are they speaking about this? Yeah, I could not understand at that time. And I was convinced. You know, wow, if I live like this in the temple after 5 years, I definitely will be pure devotee, completely pure devotee. Maybe after 5 years, yeah. Like this, you know? This is how those who, some maybe have a similar experience, have had. You know, but as time passes by, you become more and more self-realized. That means you can see more and more. More self-realized means you can see more and more. And then in the end, we are little bit approaching the feet of Krishnadas Kaviraj. We're saying, oh my God, whoever speaks my name, he will be condemned. And this state of consciousness, you know, of Krishnadas Kaviraj, this is the nature of a devotee who is completely in Krishna consciousness. Completely in Krishna consciousness. He will always know, I'm fallen, I'm not strong. And this is actually the most deep point which I aspire to make about this example of Krishna and Arjuna, of our thinking the right way. Usually when you think I'm spiritually fit, I'm in very good spiritual condition now. That means usually that you have not put yourself to the test. And this usually happens to preachers. If you live in a temple, everything is great. Your taste, kirtan is there. Nice devotees, everybody respects each other, you know. Nice jokes, nice Krishna Katha, nice prasadam. But then you think, oh, okay, now everything fine. Let's go out and distribute Krishna consciousness. And you take your books, you come out, you go out, and you think, you want to share Krishna consciousness with others. Then first person you meet comes get lost. For me, I don't care about you. How rough. Why keep looking to the same? So our ecstasy is gone. I had quite a lot of experiences in this manner. You chant around 7 in the morning and like anything, you know. Before coming out, you think, wow, you know, we had such a strong sadhana, and go for kirtan, you feel you want to fly. You come out, wow. Okay, people also come nice, but thank you, another time, thank you. It's even worse. Okay, please at least shout at me, say something, you know, say crazy guy, I want to thank you. Nobody's taking anything, just oh, so kind. And you have times when you think, oh Krishna, I have to go out now, and I feel so contaminated. I don't have any taste. Sometimes you wake up late, you don't have sadhana, and then you have to go out, it's time. And you think, and the first person you approach, he say, please give me this book, how much? And he takes, you know, who is distributed, you know. Second person, they search for you, they tease you. Oh, please go on, it's so nice, these books, give me, I will buy one for my friend. Actually, I buy two. You know, what's going on here? And this is Krishna teaching us, that it is not like Arjuna, he put very intelligent arguments, but Krishna in the end tell him, no, you're a fool, Arjuna, you're a complete fool. And here we could see in this text, no? This text, Prabhupada is also saying directly, no? It was foolish. It was foolish. He condemns the attitude of Arjuna. Such statements by Arjuna were due to ignorance only. For Kshatriya to be on the battlefield and to become non-violent is the philosophy of fools. So, this is when it comes to our life. Therefore, it's good to have tests. It's good. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati would say, one who is chastising you is your friend. And you can realize this when we are in the circumstances which are not conducive, which are not conducive for our feeling nice. Arjuna wanted to feel nice. He wanted to enjoy the kingdom. It's natural. Why should I not want to enjoy kingdom with my relatives and my loving ones? Why not? But this was not meant to be for Arjuna. This was not meant to be. He had to kill them all. This is enjoying mentality. Sometimes we call it love. But it is I am enjoyer. I want to enjoy. And this mentality is not easy to curb. Oh my God. It will follow us into our japa. It will follow us into our kirtan. It will follow us into our class. It will follow us into our cleaning. Into our cooking. It will follow us. It will not leave us easily. If you are introspective, you will understand. It's like that. Otherwise, you can chant rounds, so many, and then somebody asks you to do something, and you don't feel like doing it. or you even become annoyed. Wow. Because it is not service attitude. It so easily happens in Vrindavan, because you have such a wonderful deities, Krishna, Balaram, Radha Shiva, so many decorations, and the class is going on, somebody speaks some important point maybe for our life, and that is open, and we're looking at that and see, oh, this is so nice, and this color, and that color, yes, and see this and that, oh, I like it, yes, it's okay. And Bhagavan class is going on, things which are important for your life, maybe you can save your spiritual life. And you see, yeah, it's nice flowers. It's you who are, enjoying it. It's you who are enjoying it. It may not be a service attitude. It may not be a seva. It may happen. So you see, even it may happen you are watching the deity. And it may not be a seva. It may be just my enjoyment. It's nice, it's beautiful, and I enjoy this beauty. Of course, we don't have any other choice. We don't have other choice.
Put the microphone closer to your mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, we don't have. But we are in spiritual circumstances, and it will happen. Everyone will feel the bliss. Where we are with devotees, chanting, and seeing the deities, they are smiling to us. It's bliss. It's real happiness. People can instantly become devotees. I always aspire to bring some new people here, because when they see this, we become completely melted, completely rejuvenated. It's like coming home. It's like bird coming back to nest. So, like this I feel here in Vrindavan. Bird coming back to nest. you see devotees all around you. Holy name is all around you. You go parikrama road, you can shout whatever you like. Nobody will see you or comment. Look at you. Let's teach him a few lessons. But whenever you say Hare Krishna, they reply Hare Krishna. You say Radhe 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 Radhe. You go to our fields where we do our works and preaching or whatever, you say Radhe Radhe. Huh? You need to be crazy. So here we are home. Everybody Hare Krishna, Radhe Shyam,
Yes.
And breathe finally. Many of people who are here with our dhotis and kurtas, when you go back to our country, you will see in different clothes. Very few will wear dhotis and kurtas and tilaks. Because you are not home. It's not easy. It's not easy. Very few. When we come in down, you will see everybody wearing, it's not like this when we go back to our destinations always. So therefore we can use this opportunity well and be happy. Okay, thank you very much. I will stop here. I hope I managed to share something inspiring for you. And if you have any question or comments, please welcome.
Why did you bring that bug you done? What were you going to say?
Oh, okay. Mataji Parvati asked me why I brought this Bhagavatam with me here. I brought first canto. Actually, when you asked already, this text 33, Srila Prabhupada's in this text, because Krishna is speaking about reputation of Arjuna as a warrior, it will be lost. So Srila Prabhupada in this purport, as you could hear, is speaking about the reputation of Arjuna. So I brought this because I was aspiring to speak more about reputation of Arjuna and some more about Arjuna and his reputation, so that we can have a picture how actually influential Arjuna is, so that we could have a real picture how famous Arjuna actually is, and how this going away from battle would really be great infamy. So it is usually always investigate a lot about in books, and if you wish to, somebody is making notes, if you want to know Arjuna's biography, it is first canto, 12th chapter, text 21. It's detailed biography of Arjuna. It's wonderful. Even when he's born, which time, whom he married, which children, what different feats he accomplished. It's wonderful. Different demigods which he fought. Everything is there in a few pages. 1, 2, 3, 4 pages of pure Arjuna Katha. If you have time, I can read it. I think it's
Oda Garbhatik 6:30. Oda Garbhatik 6:30.
Yeah.
You can read some of it.
Some, okay. Read some of it.
It's 1:12.
1:12:21.
21.
1:12:21 in your
1221.
1221, yeah. 1221. It's really, Srila Prabhupada says a lot on Arjuna. Pandava Arjuna, the great hero of the Bhagavad Gita. He is the Kshatriya son of Maharaj Pandu, that all we know well. Queen Kunti Devi could call for one of the demigods, and thus she called Indra, and Arjuna was born by him. He is therefore a plenary part of the heavenly king, Indra. He was born in the month of Phalguna. Given when he is born, very interesting. Therefore, he is also called Phalguni. When he appeared as the son of Kunti, his future greatness was proclaimed by air messages, and all the important personalities from different parts of the universe, such as demigods, the Gandharvas, Adityas from the sun globe, the Rudras, Vasus, Nagas, the different rishis of importance, and the Apsaras, the society girls of heaven, all attended the ceremony. The Apsaras pleased everyone by their heavenly dances and songs. Vasudeva, the father of Lord Krishna, and the maternal uncle of Arjuna, sent his priest representative Kashyapa to purify Arjuna by all the prescribed samskaras or reformatory processes. His samskara of being given a name was performed in the presence of the rishis' residents of Shatashringa. He married 4 wives: Draupadi. Anybody knew that he married 4 wives? This is good information, isn't it? Draupadi, Subhadra, Chitrangada, and Ulupi, for whom he got 4 sons of the names Shrutakirti, Abhimanyu, Babru, Vahana, and Iravan, respectively. During his student life, he was entrusted to study under the great professor Dronacharya, along with other Pandavas and the Kurus. But he excelled everyone by his studious intensity, and Dronacharya was especially attracted by his disciplinary affection. Dronacharya accepted him as a first-grade scholar and loved heartily to bestow upon him all the blessings of military science. He was so ardent a student that he used to practice bowmanship even at night. And for all these reasons, Professor Dronacharya was determined to make him his topmost bowman, the topmost bowman of the world. He passed very brilliantly the examination in piercing the target, and Dronacharya was very pleased. Royal families at Manipur and Tripur are descendants of Arjuna's son Babruvahan. Arjuna saved Dronacharya from the attack of a crocodile, and the Acharya, being pleased with him, rewarded him with a weapon of the name Brahmashira. Maharaj Drupada was inimical toward Dronacharya, and thus when he attacked the Acharya, Arjuna got him arrested and brought him before Dronacharya. He besieged a city of the name Ahichatra belonging to Maharaj Drupada, and after taking it over, he gave it to Dronacharya. The confidential treatment of the weapon Brahmashira was explained to Arjuna, and Dronacharya was promised by Arjuna that he would use the weapon if necessary, when he personally became an enemy of Arjuna. So Dronacharya could foresee that this will happen, that Arjuna will become his enemy. So many things here. This is only one part. I will leave up to you. So it's 1, 12, 21. And even while fighting on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Arjuna was not, and others, they were not partial. They were partial. They were partial toward their preceptor. When Dronacharya once attacked Yudhishthira on the battlefield, while war was going on, and Yudhishthira tried to skip. He didn't face the Acharya. He tried to skip. I don't know, was it Yudhishthira or some of the other students, Arjuna or someone, but he tried to skip, and Dronacharya shouting at him, "You coward!" He said, "I can't fight my guru." So it was going on, and even during the battlefield, it's not easy. They could not conceal their feelings between each other, So it was really, really drama. So many things were happening there. Okay, I'll conclude here with ending this paragraph. So Maharaj Drupada, although defeated by Arjuna on behalf of his professor Dronacharya, who was his enemy, decided to hand over his daughter Draupadi to his young combatant, but he was disappointed when he heard the false news of Arjuna's death in the fire of a Shelak house, intrigued by Duryodhana. He therefore arranged for Draupadi's personal selection of a groom who could pierce the eye of a fish hanging on the ceiling. This trick was especially made because only Arjuna could do it, and he was successful in his desire to hand over his equally worthy daughter to Arjuna. Arjuna's brothers were at that time living incognito under agreement with Duryodhana, and Arjuna and his brothers attended the meeting of Draupadi's selection in the dress of Brahmanas. When all the Kshatriya kings assembled saw that poor Brahmana had been garlanded by Draupadi for her lord, Sri Krishna, disclosed his identity to Balaram. There all big Kshatriyas are there, and then these Brahmanas, they are getting garland from Draupadi. It was it was not so easy for them, but then Lord Krishna said to Balaram, it is actually Arjuna. Then it's described how he met Ulupi in Haridwar, how Sri Krishna made arrangements for him to marry Subhadra, to kidnap Subhadra. It explains about Abhimanyu and about Jarasandha, so many things. We are just approaching 1/4 of the whole text. So the advertisement is there. The text. Okay, I think our time is approaching, so I must control myself. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai.